It's McCabe and Jenny and the Afternoon Mix. We are backstage today with one of the big headliners, Hozier. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you
for
very
being here.
Hey,
You're
guys.
actually coming back. I mean, you were here in 2019.
That's right. That's right.
Were you on a main stage at that point?
Might have been on the main stage. I wasn't headlining, but I don't know where. I can't remember what stage it was on. Yeah.
But now you get to come back. Is it always a goal when you're at a festival and you're early in the day, and then you're like, you know what? I would like to come back and be a headliner.
Yeah. There's something sweet about that, coming back to headline for sure. I mean, I'm honored to be on headlining. I think it's look, I love Chicago as well too. I love the city, and I love coming back here. A lot of great memories here. Recorded some music here with Mavis Staples. It was a really special time for me. So but I love being back.
We're glad you're back.
Yes, absolutely. And what's been the biggest change for you that you think we're going to expect tonight on the stage from when you were here back in 2019? You have so much music that's been out since then.
Yeah. I guess so, yeah. 2019. So that was probably before this most recent album was dropped. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 2019.
Yeah,
2019.
Before the pandemic.
I was like, that was
everything. I know, like 5 years ago at this point,
right?
It feels like it was yesterday.
Flip. Yeah. Okay. So for a moment there, I was like, 2019. That was last year. Was I here last year?
It has flown by.
No. Yeah. So we got the new album, and music released since. So songs like "Too Sweet" and stuff, and also. Yeah, I've got like new music coming in the next couple of weeks.
We saw that.
Yeah, we saw you post July. What can you tell us about July?
July's it's like a fun sort of summer song that I wrote years ago. It's sort of just like of looking forward. I wrote it during the pandemic, like some of the work on the record. This idea of like looking forward to something, getting to the far side of something that never really comes. And so that was, but I just wanted to tease it. It felt sad to like August to come along and just be like,
I know, it's already August 1st.
I know, right? Exactly.
You gotta put it out in July.
So yeah, exactly. I just wanted people to hear it, you know. But we've got some new stuff. We might play a song for the first time, possibly today. I think
that you have never performed ever.
We've never performed ever.
Wow. How many like when you have a catalog of songs like that? How many songs do you have that you've never actually performed?
That's a good question. I think there's every album at least has 1-2 songs that you never bring to stage. At least. And then there's some that you maybe bring to stage for like a couple months and you're like, this doesn't live well on stage, and then you let it go.
Feel it out, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And we're assuming you're going to perform your big song, Too Sweet, on stage. That's a song that we play heavily on the mix.
Thank you.
You said you were surprised that song became so big. Why is that?
I think, part of it is the song never made it to the album. Partly because it had similar themes to another song. So the album had all these themes on it, these 9 different themes that I wanted to hit, that were like from Dante's Inferno. So I liked the song. I thought it was really fun and really like lighthearted and stuff, which is maybe there's a part of me that was sort of adverse to it on that basis. You know what I mean? I wish my work sometimes was. No, I don't wish that it were more lighthearted. I don't wish that. But I generally lighthearted stuff is something that the song is called Too Sweet, so if a song is too sweet, I generally I'm adverse to it,
right.
But I was surprised at how quickly it took off. But it was partly an accident, like it got leaked.
How does something become an accident and then take off so massive?
I did a podcast in New York when I was there, and the guys had been sent a snippet of the song, but they didn't realize that it wasn't meant to be featured because the song wasn't released yet. So they put a snippet on the podcast. The label kind of not freaked out, but they were like, "Oh, you weren't meant to post that." But of course, by the time they fans had snatched it and started putting it into TikToks, and within a week the thing had just blown up. So it was like, by that it was.
Have you called those guys since and were like, thank you for putting that on the podcast?
I really should. That's a good.
It was their idea.
Thank you. Yeah, we should send them a huge gift.
Yeah, I think so.
So when you do put out work, because I noticed that there was like only 4 songs on your EP Unheard. Is it because you want the theme to match? Is that why? Because I was surprised that you're already putting out another piece of work.
Yes, which also is the same sort of universe. So I think I ended up recording like 2 albums worth of material. The album came to 16 songs, and it just, I couldn't keep putting more songs on it. Also, it would have become like a 3-disc and then 4-disc album, which would have been unwieldy, and So there was the Unheard EP, and then the upcoming EP which is kind of like it's music from the same world and the same that nearly made it to the album, but just we didn't have time for it, we couldn't finish it, or we went another route. But I still want people to hear it, and hope people enjoy it.
So like this next chapter that you're writing music, is it like going to be a brighter time, a brighter sound? Because I know the first album, a lot of it was done during the pandemic?
A lot of it
was
and
started
now being
out of it.
Yeah, it was kind of started in the pandemic, or written. Like I began with the ideas in the early parts of the pandemic. So there's a lot of songs that are kind of introspective, and for sure. And then there's songs that I jammed once that sort of period ended. I was working with musicians in Los Angeles, and we were jamming a lot, just like basically just rocking out together, And so some of those songs are one of those songs on the EP is kind of that sort of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking forward to hearing your music tonight on the Budlight stage. Now, you mentioned you love Chicago. Like, what's one of the things that you love about the city? Because you're originally from Ireland.
I am from Ireland. Yeah. Now, there's plenty of Irish Americans ended up here for sure. In
McCabe.
I am McCabe. Yeah.
That's right.
I just had a conversation with Lauren O'Neill from
another one.
A lot of Irish people.
I mean, I love Chicago. Its history of music was very important to me, and were huge influences. A lot of Chicago blues were like some of my early influences, and my dad was a sort of gigging musician who's primarily played blues and generally Chicago blues, some Texas blues, but mainly Chicago. So all the artists he was playing in the house, but then also, I mean, for a city, anytime I'm here, if I have a day off, I'll be at the Institute of Art, and I'll just be
that's
wandering
beautiful.
around. It's an incredible building. I think it's you have a really, really special place in that, and I just love that it's a city that, I don't know, it's like the urban planning is really good. It's
right?
just, like, it's a clean. And
have you done the architecture tour?
I have not yet.
You got to do that. If you're into the buildings, you definitely have to do that.
Thing to do.
Yeah.
On a day like today, it would be nice because it would be a lot cooler on the water. And one thing, I've kind of noticed is a lot of people have been saying, I'm melting. And it's not because of the heat. It's because they see you. And they're all like, have you seen Hozier? He is like the most handsome man I have ever seen.
And tall, might I add.
And beautiful hair. You have beautiful hair. How do you take care of the hair?
Stop.
I tried growing my hair out like that one time, and I look like a mess. You look like just something.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't wash it all that often. It's every time I wash it, I'm like, when it's 2 days of dirt, it's like now it's like fine. It looks all right. I think I just got. I don't know.
Good genes. You got something.
I don't know.
Do you use conditioner?
I do. I would condition it.
Can I smell your hair? I'm kidding.
I don't know if you want to do that.
No, in all seriousness, Hozier, thank you so much for taking the
pleasure.
time. We are looking forward to you taking that stage tonight.
Thank
Budlight
you.
stage at Lollapalooza.
Thanks. Okay.
Thank you, Hozier.
You guys have been too kind.
Oh my gosh, you're the best.